Imagine watching a reality TV competition in the wilds of Newfoundland, thinking it's just another survivalist challenge, when suddenly a finalist's body appears on live television. The scene looks like a brutal bear attack, but the truth is far more sinister. As chaos erupts on screen, one detective and his extraordinary canine partner are already racing against time, unraveling secrets, lies, and a murder that threatens to stay hidden forever. What really happened in Fortitude, Newfoundland? Stick with me as we uncover the mystery behind Hudson and Rex Season 8, Episode 5. The episode opens with a shocking live broadcast that no one could have expected. On the remote wilderness set of a survivalist reality competition, a finalist's body is revealed, sprawled as if mauled by a bear. Screams pierce the broadcast, viewers at home are horrified, and panic ripples through the production crew. But Detective Mark Hudson and Rex, his unmatched German Shepherd partner, immediately sense that something is off. A bear attack is brutal, indiscriminate, messy, but there's precision in the wounds on the body. Hudson's eyes narrow as he studies the footage, recognizing details that others overlook. Rex tilts his head, ears pricked, detecting faint scents and sounds even over the chaos of the live broadcast. This isn't a random wilderness accident. Someone planned this. Someone wanted it to look like nature's wrath, but left the faint fingerprints of human calculation. As Hudson and Rex arrive at the isolated set, they are greeted by a scene of controlled chaos. Crew members are frantically trying to resume the broadcast, producers are panicked, and contestants are visibly shaken. Among them, whispers suggest that rivalries on the show ran deeper than anyone imagined. Hudson moves quickly, his mind ticking through possibilities, while Rex sniffs every footprint, every discarded prop, absorbing clues invisible to human eyes. The first clue is subtle. The victim's belongings are slightly rearranged, as if someone staged the scene. A small pouch is discovered, containing fragments of a wet, shredded book page, which Rex immediately identifies as significant. Hudson snaps a picture and sends it to the lab. Every detail matters, because in the wilderness, even the smallest piece of evidence can crack a case wide open. The victim, Heath, had a reputation for being daring, clever, and sometimes reckless. His competitors had motives: jealousy, anger, ambition, but Hudson knows better than to jump to conclusions. As he pieces together Heath's last movements, he discovers that this episode of the show was not just about survival. It was a calculated trap for something far more sinister. Interviews with the remaining contestants reveal tense relationships, subtle manipulations, and hidden grudges. One survivor's story doesn't add up. Another appears too calm, as if expecting the chaos. Hudson's instincts tell him that these carefully curated personalities are hiding more than just fear. They are hiding secrets that could make or break the investigation. Meanwhile, Rex's extraordinary senses begin revealing the story the humans cannot see. He picks up the faint trace of an unusual scent in the sand near the staged bear attack, a clue pointing towards someone intimately familiar with the wilderness terrain. Hudson watches as Rex guides him to subtle evidence: a footprint partially obscured by brush, the faint smell of gunpowder, and that small pouch with the book fragment. Every discovery deepens the mystery. Who could orchestrate such a meticulous cover-up in the middle of a televised event? Hudson's mind races as he considers the logistics, the timing, and the psychology of the killer. The episode immediately moves beyond a simple murder investigation into the realm of strategy, manipulation, and human deception. As tension mounts, viewers are drawn into the wilderness alongside Hudson and Rex. The stakes are no longer just about solving a murder, they are about preventing another. Hudson and Rex understand that every move counts. Every second of the live broadcast could be used against them or to lure the murderer into revealing themselves. The forest, once a backdrop for a thrilling competition, now becomes a silent witness to a calculated act of murder. With each clue, the layers of the mystery unfold, blending survivalist cunning with criminal intent, and setting the stage for a heart-pounding hunt that will test both human intelligence and canine intuition. As the investigation deepens, Hudson and Rex realize that the survivalist competition is more than just a game. It's a carefully controlled environment where every contestant is tested, but now it has become the stage for a chilling deception. The team starts piecing together the timeline of Heath's last hours. Each contestant is questioned, but their stories are fragmented, inconsistent, and sometimes deliberately misleading. Hudson senses the tension among the participants. Rivalries simmer beneath the surface, alliances are fragile, and the pressure of the competition seems to have pushed someone over the edge. Rex, with his unmatched senses, picks up subtle signals of fear, guilt, and deception that humans fail to notice. A rustle in the underbrush, a faint scent of gunpowder, or the slight tremor of a hand, Rex translates these into clues that guide Hudson deeper into the mystery. Hudson's investigation reveals that Heath had secretly planned to escape the pressures of the show. He had been living a double life, interacting with locals and survivalist enthusiasts who lived off-grid in the remote regions of Newfoundland. This revelation complicates the case. Hudson realizes that Heath's death might not have been caused by a fellow contestant alone. Outside forces may be involved, individuals who knew Heath's plans and had reasons to silence him permanently. As Hudson navigates the treacherous terrain and dense forests, he notices subtle signs of tampering. A broken branch here, a disturbed patch of soil there, evidence that someone familiar with the wilderness was maneuvering around him, possibly watching every move he made. Rex, always alert, constantly tugs Hudson toward details that could easily be overlooked. A footprint partially hidden by brush, a scrap of clothing, the faint scent of someone recently passing through the area. The forensic team back at the station, led by Sarah Truong, analyzes the shredded book page found at the scene. It's a torn fragment from the Count of Monte Cristo, a detail that seems innocuous at first, but later reveals a deeper connection to the victim's past and the motives surrounding his death. Jesse Mills cross-references the page with previous evidence, highlighting patterns that link Heath to a group of survivalists who had been living off-grid for decades. This discovery sheds light on a possible conspiracy, one that extends beyond the competition itself. Hudson realizes that someone is using the show as a cover to eliminate Heath while keeping the world watching, oblivious to the real danger unfolding. Meanwhile, tension among the production crew escalates. Producers are desperate to maintain the illusion of the show, unaware that a murder investigation is underway right under their noses. Hudson and Rex use the chaos to their advantage, carefully observing the contestants and crew alike. Hudson notices subtle behaviors. A glance that lingers too long, a nervous twitch, an overenthusiastic explanation for a minor event. All small tells that signal who might be hiding something. Rex, trained for this exact type of detection, begins to focus on one contestant whose movements don't match their words. The dog's acute hearing picks up a slight discrepancy in the live broadcast audio. A quiet whisper, a mispronounced name, a revealing sound that hints at the killer's identity. Hudson, trusting Rex implicitly, realizes this is the breakthrough they've been waiting for. The episode emphasizes the psychological game being played in the wilderness. Every step Hudson takes, every sniff Rex makes, every observation of a contestant's behavior brings them closer to uncovering the truth. The forest itself seems alive, holding secrets in every shadow, echoing with danger at every turn. As the daylight fades and the night creeps in, Hudson and Rex face the reality that the murderer is likely watching them, aware that the investigation is closing in. They must act carefully, balancing the need to capture evidence with the risk of alerting the killer. The tension is palpable. Every sound could be a clue or a trap. With the stakes higher than ever, the duo prepares to stage a daring move that could finally expose the truth behind Heath's death and bring justice to the wilderness of Newfoundland. Night falls over the remote Newfoundland wilderness, and the atmosphere becomes thick with tension. Hudson and Rex are now fully immersed in the investigation, aware that the killer could be nearby, watching every move. The forest is quiet except for the faint sounds of wildlife, but Rex's ears twitch at the subtlest noises. A snapping twig, the brush shifting, a distant murmur from the abandoned camp. Each sound is a potential lead, each movement a possible clue. Hudson studies the fragmented pieces of evidence. The shredded book page, the traces of gunpowder, the small pouch belonging to Heath, trying to connect them to a suspect who could move unseen among the competitors and crew. Every detail counts, because one misstep could allow the murderer to escape justice once again. The investigation takes a dangerous turn when Hudson discovers signs of another crime scene. Heath may have survived the initial attack longer than expected, meaning there could be hidden clues yet to be found. Rex's nose leads them deeper into the wilderness, where the terrain grows harsher, the paths more treacherous, and the risks higher. Hudson navigates fallen trees, slippery rocks, and dense underbrush, all while maintaining focus on the investigation. He knows that any delay could give the killer time to cover their tracks or set another trap. Rex remains steadfast at his side, detecting scents invisible to humans and alerting Hudson to the smallest anomalies in the environment. Meanwhile, back at the production site, tensions rise as the crew struggles to maintain the illusion of the show. Contestants begin to panic, sensing that something is deeply wrong. Rumors swirl among them, each person questioning the others, trying to discern who might be responsible. Hudson and Rex watch from a distance, observing subtle interactions. A nervous glance, a hand fidgeting, a story that doesn't quite add up. Rex picks up on these cues with extraordinary precision, his acute senses guiding Hudson to areas and individuals that merit closer attention. Every step brings them closer to understanding not only what happened to Heath, but also the intricate web of lies and deception woven around him. As Hudson pieces together Heath's movements, he discovers that one contestant had both motive and opportunity. The puzzle becomes clearer when Rex alerts him to a faint sound captured in the live broadcast, a sound so subtle that human ears might have missed it entirely. Hudson replays the audio multiple times, finally detecting a whisper and a rustling that give away the killer's location. This breakthrough allows Hudson to strategize the next move, realizing that the live broadcast itself could be turned into a trap. By carefully controlling the events in front of the cameras, Hudson and Rex can force the murderer to reveal themselves, capturing the confession or the incriminating action in real time. The episode builds toward this tense climax, with suspense mounting at every turn. Hudson and Rex prepare to lure the killer into a staged scenario on live television, using the chaos of the show as a cover. The psychological intensity of the hunt is mirrored by the physical challenges of the wilderness. The cold, the uneven terrain, the threat of injury or discovery. The stakes have never been higher. One mistake, one wrong step, and the killer could slip away, leaving Heath's murder unsolved. Yet Hudson remains resolute, guided by experience, intuition, and the extraordinary partnership with Rex. Every detail matters, every second counts, and the wilderness itself seems to hold its breath as the hunt reaches a critical point. The suspense is electrifying, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, wondering who will make the next move, who will be revealed, and how justice will finally be served in Fortitude, Newfoundland. The forest clears just enough for Hudson and Rex to set the stage for a daring plan. The live broadcast, once a moment of chaos and fear, is now their greatest tool. Hudson knows the killer will be watching, confident that the show's cameras will never reveal the truth. But Hudson and Rex have turned that assumption against them. Every crew member, every contestant, every camera angle is carefully considered to create a scenario that forces the culprit into action. The tension is palpable, time is slipping away, and the wilderness around them seems to amplify every sound, every movement, every heartbeat. Rex's ears twitch constantly, capturing whispers, rustles, and even the faintest human breath. Hudson interprets these signals with precision, understanding that this is the only chance to catch a killer who has been hiding in plain sight. As the staged finale unfolds, Hudson uses subtle cues to manipulate the scene, creating pressure on the suspects. The faux competition is filled with suspense, tension, and psychological traps. Contestants are aware of the cameras, but none realize they are part of an intricate strategy to reveal the murderer. Hudson's plan hinges on human instinct. He knows the killer will act, and when they do, the cameras will capture everything. Rex stays close to Hudson, alert for danger and ready to react instantly. The dog's acute hearing picks up a faint movement, a slight shuffle in the underbrush, the tiniest sound that signals the murderer's presence. Every moment is tense, every second a test of patience and precision. Because one misstep could jeopardize the entire plan and allow the killer to escape, the scene becomes increasingly intense as the murderer's anxiety grows. Hudson watches carefully for micro-expressions, nervous gestures, anything that might reveal guilt. The killer begins to falter, responding instinctively to the mounting pressure of the staged finale. Rex's keen senses detect subtle cues in the live broadcast, an almost imperceptible sigh, a shifting weight, a brush against the ground, that point directly to the culprit. Hudson immediately interprets these clues, guiding the trap with precision. The tension escalates with every passing moment. The wilderness, the cameras, the contestants, and the killer all converge into a high-stakes confrontation that demands focus, courage, and quick thinking. The climax of the episode comes when the murderer, believing they are unseen, takes the bait. Hudson, using his experience and instincts, maneuvers the scene to force the killer into a revealing action. Rex, ever vigilant, is ready to intervene. The culmination of careful observation, analysis of the live broadcast, and the psychological manipulation of the staged finale leads to the moment of truth. The murderer's confidence crumbles, and their movements betray them. Hudson acts swiftly, ensuring that every action is recorded, and Rex's precision ensures the killer has nowhere to hide. The suspense reaches its peak as viewers watch the seemingly ordinary finale transform into a tense showdown, where intelligence, instinct, and canine intuition combine to expose the truth. By the end of the episode, justice is served in a way that only Hudson and Rex could achieve. Heath's murder is solved, the conspiracy behind the competition is revealed, and the killer is apprehended, caught in the act on live television. Yet the tension does not fully dissipate. The episode leaves subtle hints of the wider conspiracy that Season 8 explores. The wilderness of Newfoundland, once a backdrop for adventure, now stands as a testament to the cunning, intelligence, and determination of a detective and his extraordinary dog. Hudson and Rex have turned fear into strategy, chaos into opportunity, and suspicion into revelation, leaving viewers both satisfied and eager for the next twist in the season. With the killer finally exposed, the forest falls into an eerie quiet, as if the wilderness itself is reflecting the relief and tension of the moment. Hudson and Rex stand amidst the chaos of the production set, watching the last pieces of the staged finale unfold. The cameras capture the culprit's arrest in real time, preserving every incriminating action, while the contestants and crew are left in awe, realizing just how close they had come to missing the truth. Rex pads confidently at Hudson's side, ears alert, nose twitching, every instinct satisfied as the immediate danger dissolves. Hudson, exhausted but resolute, surveys the scene, mentally piecing together every clue, every subtle deception, every moment that brought them to this breakthrough. The combination of meticulous observation, intuition, and Rex's extraordinary abilities has once again turned a near-impossible situation into a triumphant resolution. The episode's tension gradually shifts from fear to reflection as the team assesses what they've uncovered. Heath's secret life as an off-grid survivalist becomes clearer, shedding light on the motives behind his murder. The seemingly random rivalries on the show now reveal themselves as calculated moves, manipulations designed to create chaos and distraction, while a dangerous killer operated under the guise of competition. Hudson reflects on the psychological complexity of the case, noting how ambition, secrecy, and fear can drive someone to extraordinary and deadly actions. Rex, ever attentive, seems to sense the lingering unease, reminding viewers that even the sharpest mind and keenest instincts must never rest in the unpredictable wilderness. The episode also explores the evolving team dynamics. Detective Mark Hudson is now fully in his role, working seamlessly with Rex and supported by Sarah Truong and Jesse Mills. Their collaboration highlights the importance of trust, communication, and teamwork when facing challenges that are both mentally and physically demanding. Each member brings unique skills to the investigation, but it is the synergy between human intuition and canine perception that ultimately cracks the case. This partnership underscores a central theme of the series. Success in the face of danger often requires the ability to see beyond the obvious, to trust instincts, and to act decisively when lives are at stake. As the narrative winds down, viewers are given glimpses of the larger conspiracy hinted at throughout the season. The survivalist competition was not just a backdrop for Heath's murder, it is part of a broader network of deception and intrigue. The threads of this mystery remain, teasing future episodes and keeping the audience engaged. Hudson and Rex's victory here is satisfying, but it is also a reminder that danger and intrigue lurk beneath the surface of even the most controlled situations. Every case solved raises new questions. Every victory uncovers new challenges. And every revelation strengthens the bond between a detective and his extraordinary dog. Finally, the emotional core of the episode shines through. The loss of Heath is mourned, but justice brings a sense of closure. The wilderness, once a place of fear and uncertainty, transforms into a testament to resilience, intelligence, and partnership. Hudson and Rex, standing side by side, embody this triumph. The audience is left with a mix of suspense, satisfaction, and anticipation, knowing that the bond between detective and dog, the cunning of their investigation, and the unpredictable twists of Newfoundland's wilderness will continue to drive the story forward. Fortitude. Newfoundland delivers a thrilling mix of suspense, mystery, and emotional depth, ensuring that viewers are not just entertained, but fully immersed in the high-stakes world of Hudson and Rex. The events of Fortitude Newfoundland leave us with a mix of relief, shock, and lingering questions. Heath's death, the staged bear attack, and the shocking twists in the wilderness remind us just how unpredictable and dangerous human ambition can be. What seemed like a simple survivalist competition quickly turned into a high-stakes investigation, exposing jealousy, rivalry, and deception that no one expected. Hudson and Rex once again prove that no crime is too complex, no situation too perilous, when skill, intuition, and loyalty come together. Rex's extraordinary senses, combined with Hudson's sharp detective mind, turn chaos into clarity and fear into strategy. Watching them navigate the wilderness, uncover subtle clues, and stay one step ahead of a cunning killer is nothing short of thrilling. But beyond the case itself, the episode also highlights the human and emotional side of crime solving. Every contestant, crew member, and bystander is affected by the shocking murder. The fear, uncertainty, and tension of the wilderness leave marks on everyone involved, showing that even in a controlled environment like a reality show, life can turn unexpectedly dangerous. Hudson and Rex not only solve the crime, they bring reassurance and closure to those caught in the chaos. And yet, the episode doesn't let viewers forget the emotional toll of these investigations. Heath's story, his secret life, and the consequences of ambition remind us that every decision, every rivalry, and every hidden secret can ripple outward in ways no one anticipates. The finale on live television was not just about catching a murderer, it was a masterclass in strategy and psychological insight. Hudson and Rex understood the killer's instincts, anticipated the moves, and used the very broadcast meant to distract the audience as the perfect trap. It's a reminder that crime solving is as much about understanding human behavior as it is about gathering evidence. Rex's acute senses, his hearing, smell, and intuition, play a critical role, highlighting the unique bond between a detective and his dog. This partnership remains at the heart of Hudson and Rex, making each case not only about solving a crime, but also about trust, loyalty, and the extraordinary connection between humans and animals. Season 8 continues to explore larger arcs, teasing mysteries and conspiracies that extend beyond a single episode. Fortitude. Newfoundland gives us a glimpse into these broader stories, showing that the survivalist competition is not just a backdrop. It's part of a more complex network of intrigue. The hints of internal conspiracies, hidden agendas, and unexpected alliances keep viewers on edge, eager for the next episode. Hudson and Rex's victories here are significant, but they also serve as a reminder that danger can appear anywhere, and that even in moments of triumph, vigilance is essential. Every solved case opens the door to new questions, keeping the suspense alive throughout the season. As the outro draws to a close, the episode leaves viewers reflecting on the extraordinary courage, intelligence, and teamwork displayed throughout. The wilderness of Newfoundland, once serene and beautiful, becomes a character itself, wild, unpredictable, and full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Hudson and Rex stand as symbols of resilience and determination, demonstrating that justice can prevail even in the most challenging circumstances. For fans of the series, Fortitude Newfoundland is a perfect example of why Hudson and Rex continues to captivate audiences. Suspenseful plots, intricate mysteries, emotional depth, and the unbeatable partnership of a detective and his remarkable dog. And while this chapter ends with the killer caught and Heath's story resolved, the mysteries of Season 8 are far from over. New challenges, unexpected twists, and complex conspiracies await Hudson and Rex, promising more suspense, excitement, and emotional stakes in the episodes to come. The wilderness has many more secrets, and every investigation pushes the limits of skill, courage, and intuition. As fans, we are left on the edge of our seats, eager to follow Hudson and Rex on their next adventure, knowing that whatever comes next, they will face it with courage, intelligence, and a bond that can't be broken.